Sorry about that. Right. What is going on, guys? It's your boy Tanveer Side, the Bengal Dragon. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe button, and follow me on Twitter, TanTags01. Now, sorry for that bit of nonchalant opening, but this is what I think is more appropriate for today's video, where I'm gonna basically give you my thoughts on two movies. And continuing on with our Terminator series, we'll talk about Terminator Salvation and Terminator Genesis. So first, let's talk about Terminator Salvation. This is Christian Bale's the Terminator movie where Christian Bale is John Connor and some other dude is Marcus Wright and some other girl is that Skynet. Um, okay, first of all, it felt like a Mad Max movie for some reason. Okay, and for some reason I did not like a good amount of the camera work because they use the shaky cam a lot, even like unnecessarily. It's like okay, there are like big explosions happening all around you, and all they're focusing on is the 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 over the shoulder view of John Connor. It's as if it was specifically made for a video game. Oh wait, there is a video game. What do you know? Yeah, rather the machines are a video game, but it didn't look like a video game. Okay, maybe one part did while she was cycling through her onboard weapon. The TX was cycling through her onboard weapon inventory, but still, at least that made sense. That was a machine. And also, we got to see a few more types of Terminators, hunter killers in action, and like a younger Kyle Reese, and like a young version of the Resistance or whatnot. But I was surprised. The They know who John Connor is, they know who Sarah Connor is, but they don't know who Kyle Reese is. And for that matter, somehow Skynet knows who Kyle Reese is. Because I don't think that Kyle Reese being number one on the hit list was a coincidence. Because it's a specific hit list, and you'll first kill Kyle Reese and then you will kill John Connor. Okay, instead of the other way around. Okay, or maybe Kyle Reese was a bit younger. So Skynet knows that Kyle Reese was supposedly John Connor's dad, and like I mentioned, this is all like it. This is an dynamic timeline. Every time someone goes back in time, something changes. So like this is not explained for some reason in any of the movies. That the only thing that matters is that John Connor is Sarah Connor's son. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even say what number son he is, like first, second, third. It doesn't even say that. Just John Connor is Sarah Connor's son. It doesn't matter who the father is. As long as Sarah Connor has a son named John Connor, then Skynet is doomed. So but getting back to this movie, just that part right there, it threw a wrench in the entire movie, even the beginning, like beginning of the I mean the beginning of the series, the first Terminator, where Kyle Reese says that Skynet had no idea about anything of John Connor except that John Connor was Sarah Connor's son. So that problem was there. Uh, there was a there was an overall problem with the cinematography with this movie. It felt in many places it felt like an extended cutscene of a video game. But I will give credit where it is due. Okay, I will give credit where it's due. They tried to tell one Terminator movie that did not involve traveling back in time. At least they did that. So I will give them that. But in the end, you got the most cheesy cliches where the Wizard of Oz meets the Terminator, and and Marcus Wright says that it's not the brain that makes a thing, it's the makes us human, it's the heart, and all that yada yada yada. I'm like, yeah, okay, so you be only the heart with no brain. Yeah, yeah. See how that works out. And also, Marcus Wright pulled out one of his cerebral cortexes. Just like that, pulled out one of his cerebral cortexes. And if you know anything about how the brain is wired, nothing happened to his. He pulled out his right cerebral cortex, so nothing happened to his left side. So, although they tried to tell a story, thumbs down. Terminator Salvation, thumbs down. Now, let us go to Terminator Genesis, where they not only travel back in time, but they travel forward in time by building a time machine using scrap metal and scrap parts found in 1984 without the use of a lab in in some underground sewer. And yes, we are supposed to believe that Skynet sent a Terminator back in time with the knowledge on how to build a time machine that can move forward in time. Okay, so holy crap, man. Okay, at least this movie started out better. It started out as like, okay, now Skynet kept failing so many times, so Skynet tried to send liquid metal to when Sarah was 9 years old, and Arnold was sent at that time to save the baby Sarah, the child Sarah Connor. I understand that part. That was it. That was good. That was interesting. But then that stupid look. If if Terminator Genesis is to be defined by anything, it's that stupid fake grin Arnold gives like Sarah and John Connor without without even looking genuine. And Sarah says that, oh, I've been teaching him for 9 years. You're teaching him how to, no, for like 9 or 11 years or whatnot, for around a decade. You're teaching him how to smile, and he can't even smile properly. Yeah, so like have you two mated? Have you two mated? Have you two mated? Like, yeah, it feels incredibly stupid. Okay, the part about like them killing the liquid metal with the killing the liquid metal uh, with acid. That was kind of neat. But just before that, like you have two John Connors and like, oh, I don't know which one to shoot. I don't know which one to shoot. I don't know which one to shoot. Um, aren't you liquid metal? Isn't your job to kill both of them? Then why are you pretending? Like, okay, in the first movie it made in like no Terminator 2 it made sense because it was made to draw out John Connor, but in this movie I'm like it like they pretty much knew where everyone was. I'm like, so when liquid metal was confronting both of them, just turn their shit into arms into two stabbing weapons and just boom. Then you had the phase matter Terminator, the T3000. Okay, so now John Connor, now a future John Connor is a bad guy, oh, sorry. Kyle Reese, sorry, like the guy was sent back was Kyle Reese. See, this is how uh, like unmemorable this movie is. Like I didn't even bother retaining the specific details about this movie. I'm like, yeah, whatever. So, okay, so now John Connor is a bad guy, yeah, and although he has phase matter in him, he has molecules in him that change him on a genetic level. He is still stopped by a super powerful magnet from an MRI machine. I don't think first of all, I don't think MRI machine magnets are that powerful. Okay, and second, if you change them on a molecular level, you did not replace everything with iron, or you don't replace everything with like titanium like molecules instead of carbon molecules. I'm like, so what's going on? When they did this with when they did this in Terminator 3, it looked good and it made sense because that was a machine which had which had a metallic endoskeleton. This one, no, we can't say it has a metallic endoskeleton. So parts like that and like going back, oh, Genesis is the key, on your tablet, on your like iPad tablet game or something. Genesis is the key. Like, oh, yeah, yeah, whatever, man. Okay. The action scenes. I'm sorry to say, but the action scenes were also uninspired in this movie in Genesis. I never complained about the action scenes that much, but in this one, yes, it was even to a legally blind person like myself with minimal vision, it was uninspired. It was boring. Okay, then you had the T5000. For some reason, the T5000 can now travel back through time as well. So that whole thing about the, you know what? Actually, that wasn't explained properly. How did liquid metal travel back in time despite not having any any human tissue? Yeah, there's a rumor about it. No, there's a theory about it. I still have to look it up, but there's a theory about it. But still, I would have liked it if it was explained properly in the movie because that seems like one of like a big plot hole. But yeah, so at least the way they killed uh the T5000, for some reason it made sense now. For some reason it made sense now because sending the T5000 back in time using that time machine apparently rips him apart. But sending John Connor doesn't tear him apart. Well, I guess John Connor was living tissue. Sending liquid metal doesn't tear him apart. Liquid metal is just liquid metal. Okay, but and apparently while Skynet was being born, there was a T5000 in before a T1. Okay, or I don't know, man. Maybe there's a part I'm missing about them, skipping forward in time again, to after Skynet was born and to Skynet headquarters and whatnot. Maybe I'm missing that part. But anyways, the Genesis was the worst movie by a long shot. At least Terminator Salvation had a cool costume for Marcus Wright, which I had plans on actually renting or buying for Halloween, That Terminator outfit, it looks pretty sick. Okay, but yeah, Terminator Salvation was still a bad movie. Terminator Genesis was, oh my god, man. It was just crap. It was just crap. And I am glad I did not watch it through Amazon Prime by paying extra for it. Oh my god, no. It is not worth even $1. Alright, so that concludes my Terminator movie, like, brief reviews. What I thought about these separate movies. I'm sorry about this once again about this just impromptu opening, but I thought that these movies were so bad that it doesn't deserve any hard work being put into any type of a like a special intro to this movie. All right, let me know what you thought about the final two Terminator movies, and if you're looking forward to Terminator uh, Dark Fate, and please no spoilers in this video. Alright, this is the Tanvir Side, the Bengal Dragon signing out. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, bell notification buttons.